It's raining, cold, windy. The kind of day where you'd bundle your kids inside with hot chocolate and cartoons. But in Denmark, Norway, and Sweden, parents are doing the exact opposite. They're sending their toddlers outside. For hours. In the weather you'd consider miserable. And here's what's wild. Those Scandinavian kids consistently rank as the happiest, most resilient, and emotionally stable children in the world. It's not genetic. It's not luck. It's a specific parenting philosophy that goes against everything we've been taught about keeping kids safe and comfortable. By the end of this video, you'll understand exactly what it is and why it works, and you might completely rethink how you're raising your own kids. Let's dive in. The Scandinavian approach to raising emotionally strong kids is based on one counterintuitive principle. Comfort doesn't build resilience. Discomfort does. In Nordic countries, there's a concept called friluftsliv, literally free air life. It's the belief that children need regular exposure to nature and weather, not despite the discomfort, but because of it. But it goes deeper than just outdoor time. The entire Scandinavian parenting philosophy is built around what they call toughening up, deliberately exposing children to small, manageable challenges so they learn to handle difficulty. American parents hear this and immediately think, that sounds harsh. Kids should feel safe and protected. And here's where the misunderstanding happens. Scandinavian parents aren't being neglectful or cold. They're being strategic. They understand something about emotional development that most Western parents miss. You cannot build emotional strength in the absence of emotional challenge. Just like you can't build muscle without resistance, you can't build resilience without difficulty. So what does this actually look like in practice? Let me break down 5 specific techniques Scandinavian parents use that shock most American parents. Let's start with the one that shocks people most. In Denmark, Sweden, and Norway, babies nap outside, in their strollers, in freezing temperatures, sometimes as cold as 5 degrees Fahrenheit, minus 15 degrees Celsius. You'll see rows of strollers parked outside cafes, babies bundled up and sleeping peacefully while parents sit inside drinking coffee. American parents' first reaction, that's dangerous, that's neglect. But here's what research actually shows. Babies who nap outside sleep longer, sleep deeper, and have fewer respiratory infections. The cold, fresh air strengthens their immune systems and regulates their nervous systems. The key is they're dressed appropriately. Layers, wool, proper covering. They're not cold. They're regulated. But here's the deeper lesson. This practice teaches parents to trust their child's resilience from day one. It communicates, the world is not dangerous. Discomfort is not harm. Your body is capable. What this translates to for you. You don't need to put your baby outside in freezing weather, but you can stop treating every temperature variation like a threat. Let your baby feel cool air on their face. Let them experience wind. Stop rushing to add layers the moment they're not perfectly warm. Slight discomfort builds tolerance. Tolerance builds resilience. In Scandinavian countries, it's completely normal to see children as young as 5 or 6 playing outside unsupervised, climbing trees, playing near water, using real tools. Danish children walk to school alone starting at age 7. Swedish kids play in forests without adult supervision. Norwegian children learn to use knives and saws as toddlers. And here's what doesn't happen. Constant injury, constant danger, constant crisis. Why? Because these children have been building risk assessment skills from an early age. They've learned through small experiences, falling from small heights, feeling cold, getting slightly hurt, how to evaluate and manage risk. American parents, on the other hand, supervise constantly. Every playground visit is monitored. Every interaction is managed. Every potential danger is removed before the child encounters it. And what happens? Children never learn to assess risk themselves. They never develop the internal compass that says, this is safe enough, or this is too risky. Then they hit adolescence and make terrible decisions because they've never practiced decision-making in low-stakes situations. What this translates to for you: start small. Let your 3-year-old climb something that makes you nervous, while you watch from a distance, not right underneath. Let your 5-year-old play in the backyard without you hovering. Let your 7-year-old walk to a neighbor's house alone. Gradually increase the radius of independence. Every small success builds confidence and competence. Scandinavian parents don't hide difficult emotions from their children. They don't pretend everything is fine when it's not. If a parent is sad, stressed, or frustrated, they name it honestly. I'm feeling really stressed today because of work, or I'm sad because grandma is sick. American parenting culture teaches us to shield children from negative emotions. We think we're protecting them, but we're actually teaching them that difficult emotions are dangerous and must be hidden. Scandinavian children grow up understanding that all emotions are normal and temporary. Adults have hard feelings too, and survive them. You can function even when you're not feeling great. Emotions can be discussed openly without drama. This creates what psychologists call emotional literacy, the ability to recognize, name, and manage feelings. What this translates to for you: stop hiding your emotions from your kids, not in a way that burdens them, but in a way that normalizes human experience. I'm feeling frustrated right now. I need to take a few deep breaths. I'm sad today. I'm going to give myself some quiet time, and then I'll feel better. I made a mistake, and I feel embarrassed. It happens to everyone. I'll fix it. You're teaching them that emotions aren't emergencies. They're just information, and they pass. Scandinavian parents rarely use praise like "good job," or "you're so smart," or "you're the best." American parents, meanwhile, praise constantly. We think we're building self-esteem, but research shows we're actually creating praise dependency and fear of failure. Here's the difference. Praise focuses on the outcome. You're so smart. You got an A. Encouragement focuses on the effort. You worked really hard on that. I noticed you didn't give up even when it was difficult. Praise creates kids who need external validation. They become addicted to hearing "good job" and fall apart when they don't get it. Encouragement creates kids with internal motivation. They learn to evaluate their own efforts and feel satisfied with genuine hard work, regardless of the outcome. Scandinavian children learn early. Your worth isn't tied to achievement. Effort matters more than results. Failure is part of learning, not something to avoid. What this translates to for you: replace empty praise with specific observations. Instead of "good job coloring," try "you use so many different colors. I can see you took your time." Instead of "you're so smart," try "you figured that out by trying different approaches. That's problem solving." Instead of "you're the best player," try "you've improved so much because you keep practicing." Notice effort, strategy, perseverance, and improvement, not just outcomes. In Sweden, there's a concept called lagom, not too much, not too little, just right. But when it comes to risk, Swedish parents lean toward just a bit more than feels comfortable. Scandinavian playgrounds have tall climbing structures, zip lines, rope swings over hard surfaces. There are no rubber mats, no safety nets, no constant warnings. And injury rates? About the same as overprotected American playgrounds. Why? Because when children are allowed to take risks, they become careful. They assess before they act. They develop spatial awareness and physical competence. But when every risk is removed, children become reckless. They never learn the connection between their actions and consequences. Plus, risk-taking produces something critical for emotional strength: mastery experiences. When a child climbs something high and succeeds, their brain releases chemicals that literally encode confidence. They learn, "I can do hard things. I can handle fear. I'm capable." You cannot build this through comfort and safety alone. What this translates to for you: stop saying "be careful" constantly. That teaches anxiety, not caution. Instead, say, "Do you feel steady?" This teaches self-assessment. Let your child climb the tree. Use the sharp scissors with teaching. Walk on the balance beam. Jump from the slightly too high step. Stand back. Breathe through your anxiety. Let them build competence through slightly scary experiences. Every small risk they master builds emotional resilience for bigger life challenges ahead. Scandinavian children have fewer toys, simpler rooms, less entertainment, more boredom. And here's what happens when children are bored. They create, they imagine, they problem solve. They learn to entertain themselves. American kids, meanwhile, are constantly stimulated, scheduled activities, screens, toys that do everything for them. They never experience genuine boredom long enough to push through to creativity. Scandinavian parents understand. Boredom is the birthplace of imagination. When you remove constant stimulation, you force the brain to generate its own engagement. This builds something crucial: internal resources, the ability to be okay without external entertainment, the capacity to sit with uncomfortable feelings without needing immediate distraction. These are the exact skills needed for emotional strength in adulthood. What this translates to for you: create intentional boredom, have screen-free times. Don't rush to entertain when your child says, "I'm bored." Respond with, "I wonder what you'll figure out to do." Then walk away. Let them sit in boredom for 15 to 20 minutes. You'll be amazed what they create when they have to generate their own fun. Rotate toys so fewer are available at once. Create simple, open-ended play spaces. Resist the urge to fill every moment with activity. Boredom teaches self-reliance. Self-reliance builds emotional strength. The Scandinavian method isn't about being harsh or cold. It's about trusting your child's capacity to handle difficulty. It's about understanding that protection from all discomfort doesn't create safety. It creates fragility. These 6 techniques, outdoor exposure, independent play, emotional honesty, encouragement over praise, controlled risk-taking, and intentional boredom, all serve one purpose: building children who trust themselves, who can handle difficulty, who don't fall apart when things get hard. Which of these techniques shocked you most? Which one will you try first? Drop a comment below, and if this video challenged your thinking about emotional strength, share it with another parent. Remember, this is educational content, not professional advice. Every child and family is different. Adapt these principles thoughtfully. Resilience isn't built in comfort, it's built in manageable challenge, with loving support nearby. Start small, trust the process, watch your child's emotional strength grow. See you in the next video.